What is up, my dudes? It's Pac-Man here, and episode 3 is an absolute mess. So long story short, I went to record episode 3 yesterday, and we took our first L, man. It was rough. The guys we were playing against were just solid as. They were running out at us. They were spawn peeking. It just felt like they just knew what they were doing. It was cool though. Like, you know, we lost the game in overtime, and the reason that I haven't posted that loss, like I did well in the loss. You know, like it's not like I just had a terrible game, but. I just didn't feel the content was good enough. I kept losing my train of thought throughout. My dogs kept barking at the door. There was a lot of audio issues and just a few things like that. When I watched it back and went to edit it out, I was just like, I don't even really feel like posting this. I just don't think it's strong enough for the channel. So what I decided to do was basically hop into a solo queue game by myself again, obviously. But I just def muted everyone in the channel, everyone in game, and shout out to the boys that were in that game, and they recognized the game chat. So the gamer tag, I didn't really want to talk at the time. I just wanted to focus up and play. But I really quickly went through and just won a game so I could get back to Copper 3 and start the video again. So that's what I did. So that's, yeah, just wanted to be completely open and honest about it. We did take the L, but it's not about when you got knocked down. It's about how you get back up. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. As always, smash that like button, subscribe. It helps out the channel a lot. And yeah, enjoy. Interesting. So we've got a no ban on our behalf, partially because I wasn't paying attention. We then have the Jackal. We're playing on Cafe Dostoyevsky. Cafe Dostoyevsky. All right, whatever. We got the Echo on their behalf, and who are we thinking? That's the real question. That's the next question. I'm keen for Valk. See if these boys are. There's a Clash ban seems to be very common down these ways. Let's get rid of the Clash because I don't want my boys, you know, getting held up by no Clash. What's up, boys? Give him a quick shout out. No response. The real solo queue experience. All right, let's go, boys. Okay, we got defense first. Hopefully these guys want to go third floor. Let's see what they think. Okay, third floor. I'm thinking about anchoring, just to show you guys kind of some anchor site play. Third floor is really one of them sites that you don't really need to be off site. Like you can be, but realistically you can also play all 5 players up top. At least in ranked, maybe not at the pro level, but in ranked you can get away definitely with having all 5 players up top. So I want to show you kind of roughly how I would play up top with the dock, and I'll really be rotating between New Balk and White Stairs. So literally from there all the way to what we call bitch corner over there. That's really just my rotates for the round, just back and forth, trying to find picks and just go to where the action is. Yeah, not gonna lie. Actually, I'm gonna move this to white so I have a bit of a sound cue if I'm playing. You always want to double barb too, just to let you guys know. Just because if you only have one barb, it's very, very easy for the enemy team to just basically sprint past it, and before you get the sound cue, it's basically too late. So we definitely want this reinforced as well, but we're gonna be missing it. It's all good. Unbelievably surprised with the skill level of the coppers. Yeah, I don't know if it's just a lot of smurfs. Does anybody have an impact by any chance? So we have, just as after I said, we have 3 players downstairs. The pulse is cool. The Cav is trying to get some quick frags. That's not a great Goyo spot. They can just take it out with an ash charge from above. So really, we're just going to be kind of holding down sight, right? Just holding it down for the boys. Okay, did not hear that. You reckon we get him here on the air? Do you reckon he goes for it there as well?
Be advised, Op 4 has located a bomb.
Okay, you can hear them on the roof. Does he come to this window? Or does he go for the fuse off the back window? Couldn't hear him. Okay, he's off rappel. expecting them to be on new Valk at some point. Just gonna sit tight for a minute. I know my back is clear. Can't hear anything. No repels. It's a fuse. Not sure where that fuse is coming from. Potentially from the hatch. Yeah, it was. Okay, they're back on this rappel now. Might just hold an angle for a second, see if he peeks this little small space. And fall off it. Starting to feel a little bit trapped here. Shot the fuse canister off before it could do enough damage. Okay, it's about to get really, really hot, really fast. Gonna have to be quick. I need to deal with this guy off the back. There it is. Okay, now I've got a little bit more space. There's another one. Oh my god. Okay, I'm cautious of white.
Op 4, last stop standing.
Okay, he's on the roof. Lay down prone. Hopefully he comes this way.
He's around A.
Didn't do it. Could drop skylight. Have to be aware of that.
He's on
Found a
A.
bomb.
He's on this
Must
rappel.
defend it.
He's on.
There we go.
Friendly's victorious. Hostiles eliminated.
So really, it's just playing sound cues, just kind of holding down sight, holding down the fortress for the boys, and it's not too hard. They probably should have done a bit more damage. With Cafe, if you're in a team or if you have a few friends, you really want to be applying more pressure to those guys on the rappels. Otherwise, they can. Like if they were a little bit more coordinated, they could have kind of cut me off, especially that Capitao, the second one. So you really want to have more pressure from downstairs, like getting people to run out of library door or yeah, just different things like that, and put more pressure on the repellers, or jump out white window and shoot them. So you want to have a little bit more pressure. They shouldn't be allowed to just chill there and sit tight. We're going mining. Okay, we'll go vigil. We'll get off site this time. We'll play up top. Yeah, they shouldn't be allowed to just sit on the rappels and put as much pressure as they want down. Yeah, it's just not ideal. Not ideal. Especially because there's so many places that you can run out. Not as much as it used to be with the old Cafe, but with this new one, there's still so many different ways that they can that you can run out and attack them on the rappel. So you should definitely be taking advantage of that.
Op 4 has located a bomb. Plan your defenses
Taking out the
accordingly.
drone. Taking out a drone
Located a
too.
bomb. Be ready for assault.
A drone. Not sure where I want to have my rotate here. Maybe from here into freezer.
5 seconds and
I can
counting.
do a quick wrap. Maybe. Not sure if that's gonna work.
Op 4 has
Play it.
located a bomb. Be ready for hostile action.
Hatch is open. Hatch is soft. Sorry. So I'm expecting a decent amount of pressure up top. It's very commonly, very common thing to come up and try and open up this ground as Sledge or Buck or Zofia. And then I'm also gonna, actually not this one. What am I talking about? Gonna prep this to jump out at the window like where Valk is. Jump out, aim down there. There's often players that play from there. Dropped hatch. Valk goes down. Let's try and take a spot, shall we? Okay, I'm gonna go for that white, bottom white. I'm just gonna try and punch the barricade. Hopefully there's no one around. What I'm trying to do is rotate down, punch the barricade. Let's have a quick look on the drone. Yeah, he's still there. So what I'll try and do is... There we go. Take out the Havana. That was on fireplace rappel. Rotate back up. Let's go try and rotate in and help the...
Op 4 last
Doesn't
stop
need much help. I
standing.
was going to say let's rotate in and help the Frost. The Frost has got it sorted. Not sure. Any idea where last is? Yes, we do.
Op
Where was he?
4 eliminated. Mission successful.
Yeah, so that's kind of more what I mean. That was what I was trying to say in terms of like applying a little bit more pressure. So you shouldn't let the guys on rappel just kind of be there and hold the angles and cut off sight and stuff, right? Because it can really pin you down and restrict your movement. So you want to have a player or two, if at all possible, kind of placing pressure on those guys at the rappel. A lot of the time they're easy kills. You do need to be cautious that, you know, I could have easily just got shot by someone that was had laid prone and was just watching for feet, and they see my feet as I hit the barricade, and I could have got shot like that. It's a risk you have to take, but yeah, went for it and it paid off. So what are we doing? Kitchen. Let's play the Jaeger. Oh, the Jaeger's 2-speed. Interesting. Let's try the Jaeger 2-speed. Haven't had a chance yet. Cool. Not sure how to feel about this. Imagine if he had an ACOG.
Secure the area. Keep the bombs protected.
Oh, he's a bit chunky, isn't he? A bit chunky. Good start. Good start. Let's keep it up. Not a lot of communication from the team. Also partly because I'm not communicating an awful lot. But we'll try and change that. Guys, can we get some reinforcements in prep room? Can we get a couple reinforcements down here? The drone on site. Don't reinforce that, Smoke. So the reason,
sorry, man.
Oh good, bro, all good. So the reason you don't want to reinforce this is because it's really nice to have like a line of sight here. So let's say if I'm playing in this site, I'm anchoring, I'm trying to hold down prep room, blah blah blah, and then my teammates call me and say that there's a lot of pressure coming from here. It's really nice to have an angle, so you shotgun out an angle right here, so that they just really can't check for it, because if they're trying to lay prone and check for you through that hole, you know, someone in kitchen is going to have an angle on them and be able to take them out, right? So that's why you don't want to reinforce that. And as a general rule of thumb, you don't really want to reinforce between sites unless it's something where you reinforce the middle and then you're playing behind it, peeking either side of it, like on hooker billiards. All right, Bandit's feeling a bit of pressure. Didn't get the reinforcements down. Oh, man. I'm so sorry. That's unfortunate, dude. Surprised I didn't get TK'd. Reloading. Alright. Got a Ying. I don't have any of my ADSs down. That's unfortunate once more. Spent too long explaining that. All done. We're all sitting on site here. We don't actually have any roamers, which isn't ideal. It's too late for me to try and get out. I'd probably just get killed in the rotate. So we've been shot by the hallway. That's what I mean. I'd like to be able to kind of hold an angle, a better angle here. I'm afraid they're going to be able to see me if I hold this. Spray it down. Try and get lucky. Okay. It's about to really start heating up here. Are they in freezer? Is freezer open?
Yeah, freezer's open. It wasn't reinforced.
I'm blind. Okay. Sit tight for a sec. Peek up. Hold the freezer door again. Oh, God. I probably need help here. Hey, I'm dead. He's in kitchen. Let's see if we have anything on cams. Yeah. Close right, planting. Unlucky. Yeah, that was probably my fault. Also issues with the way that the site was set up. I wonder if freezer was reinforced. I think it was actually, but Habana opened it up. Yeah, we just went down too easily. But it is what it is. On to attack. That's what I get for not putting down my ADSs. I get naded. Alright, let's play a bit of Ash. I'm feeling it. Feeling a bit of cheeky Ash. Let's do a bit of fragging. So, again, this is a really weird site. If they go third floor, Like, most of the time, people go up and hit the hatches, and that probably is the correct way to take it. It's not how I'm going to personally play it. This round, I'm going to try and self-drone myself in, solo queue style with Ash, and maybe make a push up white and see if I can get a little bit aggressive. I'm not necessarily just going to sprint up unless I see a gap. So I'm going to try and show you guys what I'm looking for, right? So I'm going to get my drone around bottom white for now. Pull it up one floor. Pull it up one floor and pop it into library, or reading room. I'm going to sit it somewhere around here. Try and make it nice and hidden. It's probably not very hidden. I'm going to sit it somewhere around here so I can kind of tell if there's someone in reading room and if someone runs down white. And it's going to be there quick and fast for me if I need it. I'll probably use my second drone to get me up the stairs, and I'll use this as like a secondary drone, if that makes sense. If it gets to that point in the round. So I'll show you what I mean. So that's a castle barricade. That's actually good for an Ash rush at the moment. So we're gonna push on up. Hopefully that's not a spawn picker, was it? That would have been infuriating. There it is, spawn picker.
Drone's ready.
Okay, so we'll drone in bottom white. Was that someone that I just seen? Don't think so. Okay, we're gonna go up white with the drone. I'm gonna do a... Ah, missed it. Oh my god. Hop back on the drone, see what we're working with. No one on white, so from here on out, I'm just gonna get up and face check. Alright.
Reloading.
Might flash over, have a quick look. That's the castle. We're pushing up on the site. Again, no time to drone at this point. I'm just gonna keep face checking. That's new balk dead. I'm assuming freezer. There we go. There's the freezer. And then last should be white corridor. Cool. So all I did there really was I just looked for a hole. I knew they'd kind of started castling off, and I thought they'd actually castled off the top. You never want to reinforce freezer like that because it means that I can just push through like that and like push through the way I did kill the first player, and then I can push and try and attack that new balk player, and the freezer player can't really do anything about it, right? He's kind of just trapped in there. Yeah. So look for opportunities as best you can. White as a solo queue Ash can work really well, like for example that spawn peeker. I'm not sure what he was trying to do, but we got the job done on him. It would have been really annoying if I got killed to him, but yeah, and then I drone myself in. ABD, always be droning. But there also comes to a point where it probably doesn't make sense to be droning at that point, right? So once I kind of have myself on white, at that point it's time to start face checking and trying to land shots, because I'm pretty confident that there's gonna be someone right at the top of white stairs. So I could drone, see him, and then kind of alert him that I'm coming. Or I could crouch walk up and just take the gunfight, because I'm pretty confident that someone's going to be there regardless. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense. Know when to drone, which is basically 75 to 80% of the round, and know when to face check. Alright, so they've gone third floor again. I'm going to bring my drone up once more, but I'm going to try and show you guys a different push this time. I'm not going to go for white. You've already seen that. God, these spawn peekers freaking me out. Just gonna have a quick spray down here. Oh, nearly paid off. Nearly paid off. Bottom white. My mechanical skill is just not what it used to be. I really need to do something about that. If I can find this. Nah, I'm gonna fall off that. There's no point. It's not what I want to do for the round, so I don't want to waste time. Ooh, Fuse gets a cheeky frag. It's already 4-3. It's looking good, boys. It's looking good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up this hatch. Jokes, it's already open. Chuck my drone down. Have a cheeky old look. Okay, we're mute, but I'm going to hot drop on this because he's not going to be expecting it. Okay, now we're good again. I'm going to get my drone out. Have a cheeky look. Okay, we got someone watching bottom red for us. Okay, a freezer. Mozzie, nice. Pretty confident there's going to be one in freezer. No one in freezer.
Bomb diffusion initiated. Protect the user.
And that's it.
Op 4 eliminated. Friendly
Like I said,
mission successful.
when there's pressure being applied, you don't always have to rush. Sorry, you don't always have to drone. You should be droning. That was the player that I was actually looking for. He actually pushed back into closet. That's crazy. We danced around each other. Notes for myself. I need to work on that mechanical skill. I can't seem to hit anything these days. It's partially because I don't have enough time to play anymore. I like, as much as I'd like to anyway. I spend a lot of time, you know, making these videos. I work full time still, so it's hard to find the time, and it means that my mechanical skill is a little bit sloppier. But just with a little bit of smarts, I can still get these W's. So hope you guys enjoyed. That's Copper 2 for you. Again, probably not as strong as that other episode. Everyone was playing fair. It was a good game. Let's hit them with the GGs. They're probably already all left, but it is what it is. I hope you guys are enjoying all the content. Honestly, I just want to say a massive thank you for 25,000 subscribers. It's ridiculous to even think about that and say that out loud. I feel like I'm not even done celebrating 10,000 subscribers yet, but you know, it's just nuts. So let's keep that gravy train rolling. If you're enjoying the content, please smash that like button, hit subscribe, and drop a comment down below. And let's keep this gravy train rolling. But without wasting any more time, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.